Imagine a boy. He is not the strongest kid in his school. Other boys laugh at him sometimes. He feels small. He feels weak. But this boy has a secret dream. One day, he wants to be strong. Very strong. Strong enough that nobody will ever laugh at him again. Years later, that same boy becomes one of the most famous men in the world. Millions of people know his name. Millions of people repeat his words. Never give up. This is the true story of John Cena. A story about pain, a story about hard work, and a story about never stopping, no matter what. Let's begin. Hello everyone. Welcome back to English Life Story. Today we will learn English through a real story. It is the story of a boy from a small town. A boy who became a wrestling star. A boy who later became a movie star too. This story is simple, but it is also powerful. Listen carefully, and let's start from the very beginning. One day, in Massachusetts, a baby boy was born. His name was John Felix Anthony Cena. He grew up in a large family. There were many brothers in the house. Life was loud. Life was competitive. And from a young age, John learned something important. If you wanted something, you had to work for it. As a child, John loved sports. He loved competition. He loved challenges. But he was not always confident. Like many young people, he worried about what others thought. He wanted to fit in. He wanted to be accepted. Sometimes, he felt different. Sometimes, he felt unsure of himself. But there was one thing that helped him. Exercise, training, building strength. At a young age, John became interested in fitness. He loved lifting weights. He loved pushing himself. And every day, he became stronger. Not only physically, but mentally. While other people relaxed, John trained. While other people made excuses, John worked. Slowly, discipline became part of who he was. After high school, he went to college. There, he played football. And like many young athletes, he dreamed of something bigger. He dreamed about success. He dreamed about making a name for himself. But life had different plans. After college, John faced uncertainty. He did not know exactly where his future would lead. And soon, he would face one of the hardest periods of his life. After college, John Cena stood at an important moment in his life. School was over, football was over, and now, he had to decide what kind of future he wanted. Like many young people, he felt uncertain. He had dreams, but dreams alone do not pay bills. Dreams do not buy food. Dreams do not guarantee success. Still, John wanted more from life. He wanted adventure. He wanted opportunity. He wanted to test himself. So he packed his things, left home, and moved across the country to California. At first, everything felt exciting. A new place, a new beginning, a new chance. But reality arrived quickly. Life became difficult. Money disappeared faster than he expected. Jobs were hard to find. The future was unclear. Some days, he wondered if he had made a mistake. The savings he brought with him slowly disappeared. Every week became harder. Every month became harder. Soon, he found himself facing a painful reality. He had almost nothing left. At one point, John was living in his car. The same man who would later perform in front of millions of people was sleeping inside a small vehicle. At night, the car became his bedroom, his closet, his shelter, his home. Imagine how that felt, watching other people return to their houses, watching lights turn on in comfortable homes, and then climbing into a car, hoping tomorrow would be better. Many people would have quit. Many people would have gone back home. Many people would have accepted defeat. But John refused. Every morning, He woke up and kept moving. He went to the gym. He trained. He worked. He searched for opportunities. And during those difficult days, fitness became his escape. When life felt out of control, training gave him purpose. Every workout reminded him that progress was possible. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but someday. While working at a gym, John started hearing about professional wrestling. The idea interested him. It was a world filled with competition, athleticism, entertainment, personality, and opportunity. But becoming a wrestler was not easy. It required sacrifice, training, pain, and patience. John decided to try. The first days were difficult. He was inexperienced. He made mistakes. He failed, again and again. Sometimes he felt embarrassed. Sometimes he felt frustrated. Sometimes he questioned himself. But he kept showing up, day after day, week after week, month after month. Slowly, he improved. Slowly, he learned. Slowly, he started becoming someone different. Not because he was the most talented, but because he refused to quit. And without realizing it, the hardest period of his life was building the foundation for everything that would come later. The car, the struggle, the uncertainty, the loneliness. All of it was making him stronger. All of it was preparing him for something bigger. As the years passed, John Cena continued to improve. His confidence grew. His skills improved. His connection with the audience became stronger. But success did not happen overnight. Many people think champions appear suddenly. The truth is different. Most champions spend years being ignored, years being doubted, years being overlooked. John was no different. At first, he was just another wrestler trying to survive, trying to get noticed, trying to earn an opportunity. Sometimes the audience reacted, sometimes they didn't. Sometimes people believed in him, sometimes they didn't. But John kept working. Then, something began to change. People started noticing his energy, his determination, his confidence, his ability to speak, his ability to connect. The crowd started responding. His popularity grew. And suddenly, the opportunities became bigger. The matches became bigger. The pressure became bigger. Soon, John Cena was becoming one of the biggest stars in wrestling. But success created a new challenge: criticism. The more famous he became, the more opinions people had. Some fans loved him. Some fans hated him. Some people cheered loudly. Some people booed loudly. And sometimes, that was difficult. Imagine walking into an arena with thousands of people. Some love you. Some don't. And everyone has an opinion. Many people would have become angry. Many people would have become bitter. But John learned something important. You cannot spend your life trying to please everyone. It is impossible. Instead, he focused on what he could control: his attitude, his effort, his preparation, his work. And because of that mindset, he continued growing, year after year, championship after championship, record after record. His name became known around the world. Children wore his shirts. Fans copied his catchphrases. Millions of people recognized him instantly. But perhaps the most impressive part of his story happened outside the wrestling ring. As his fame grew, John began helping others, especially children. He spent time with sick children. He granted wishes. He listened to families. He gave people hope, even when he was busy, even when he was tired, even when nobody was watching. Because John never forgot where he came from. He never forgot the struggle. He never forgot the car. He never forgot the days when success felt impossible. Later, Hollywood came calling. Movies offered a new challenge. Once again, John became a beginner. Once again, he had to learn. Once again, He had to prove himself. And just like before, he worked. He improved. He stayed patient. And eventually, he found success there too. Today, millions know John Cena. Some know him as a wrestler. Some know him as an actor. Some know him as a role model. But behind all those titles, there is a simple truth. John Cena never had an easy road. His success was built through struggle, built through discipline, built through rejection, built through patience, and built through a decision he made long ago. A decision made inside a car, when life felt uncertain. The decision to keep going, no matter what. Because sometimes, the people who succeed are not the smartest, not the luckiest, not the most talented. Sometimes, they are simply the people who refuse to quit. And John Cena refused to quit. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed this story and learned something meaningful. John Cena's life reminds us that discipline, hard work, and persistence can change everything. If you enjoy stories like this, please subscribe to English Life Stories and support the channel. Keep listening, keep learning, and keep growing. See you in the next story.